This video is surprising me just as much as you guys. Let me fade it black for a moment. Now, we all know the Xbox 360 is one of the early major pillars for gaming. However, there are plenty of games and gaming pillars we do not know about. What we're focusing on here are the games. And the reason why is because I may know one game none of you have ever heard of. Now, what is that game, you may ask? Well, it's a game called Homefront. The reason why I doubt you guys have ever heard of it is because I have not ever heard or seen anybody talking about this game, like, anywhere. Now, basically, Homefront is a game... Okay, hold up. Let me pull the description. Now, as you guys can see, Homefront is set in a dystopic United States in the year 2027. The game's backstory dates back to the 2010s, where there are high tensions between North Korea and the global powers due to the country's military aggression, including its successful nuclear weapons test and sinking of a South Korean ship. That's a boring description. So, Call of Duty, you're fighting Russians, or like, just basically terrorists in general. Homefront follows those lines, pretty much. Only instead of it being big bad Russians who drink vodka a lot, you're dealing with, well, North Koreans. Now, the reason why this is important is I don't know. Basically, there's 5 main characters. Boone, Rihanna, Connor, Hopper, and you! A pilot. And I for the life of me cannot remember the name. Basically, the Resistance decided to just be like, hey, we need a pilot for our plan. So they crashed their car into a bus you were riding on, owned by the North Koreans, because they're kidnapping pilots also for some reason. Crashed it into the bus, and pretty much, well, hold up. And pretty much just say, hey, we've got this plan, you're important, come with us. Now, what I wish you could do is be like, no, you retard! You almost killed me! You crashed into the bus I was on, killed everybody on the bus. Somehow I survived because I have plot armor. I'm not going with you! But the game doesn't let you do that. So, of course, you join the Resistance, and pretty much, you go do a bunch of stuff. I have played through this game like 3 times, and I still barely understand it. Basically, the Koreans try to stop you, right? Try to stop the Resistance from taking you, and yet, it doesn't work. They get absolutely murdered, and now you're having to worry about more Koreans coming in. But then, and then you get introduced to Goliath and Boone. But Goliath is more important. Because, I mean, hold up. I think I'd rather show. Hold up. This is as close as I could get to showing Goliath. Goliath is pretty much this basically unmanned vehicle that can basically kill a lot of things with ease. Dealing with like 1,000 Koreans? No problem. Call in Goliath. They're all dead in 5 seconds. You just committed murder. Like, mass murder. Have a helicopter in the sky you don't want there? No problem. Call Goliath. It won't be in the sky no more. It's going to be on fire and on the ground. Ignore that. That was stolen, that profile picture. Yeah. Got a problem with the tank? Goliath can't really handle that easily. Go flank the tank, and then call in Goliath. You just managed to kill a tank. Cool! Okay. To those of you who have actually played Homefront and know what I'm kind of ignoring because Goliath is cooler, I get it. Let me go back on the topic. So, oh god, hold up, my mouse. Dear God. So, meet Boone Carlson, the Resistance leader, I think he is. He's kind of important to the story, but I do not care. I was more worried about Goliath. Goliath is cool. Pretty much, later in the first level, you're introduced to this guy, because he's like telling a bunch of these civilians that, like, hey, don't worry about the Resistance. We don't want to be here either, but we don't got a choice. And they're still angry. Congratulations, Boone, you did nothing. That's a better photo of him, because that's in-game, right there. Oh, and there's Hopper, and Connor, Rihanna. Apparently they're in the more photos. Well, while you're trying to talk to Boone, more Koreans come in. And then there's a big fight. And then the level ends. Which, well, technically it ends after a little while, but I think you get the point. In the next level, you're introduced to the Resistance base, which there's a lot of civilians. Why do they make a base with a bunch of civilians? Now, Homefront is a really good game. Though it's on the Xbox 360, and just on the 360, I think. I'm not sure. But I do know it's on the 360. That's the only way I can really play it. If you guys don't want to play it because I described it, like, really terribly, too bad. Go play it. No, I'm kidding. But honestly, you guys should definitely check it out. It's a really good game. Also, I don't remember who was gonna say blame them for this description. I completely forgot. You'll probably find out for me if you guys watch them. I don't know. There is currently, I believe there is another game in the Homefront series called Homefront Revolution. I don't know if it's part of the series, but considering that it also has a gigantic drone named Goliath, I believe it is part of the game series. Because if it isn't, that's stolen. Because that's the exact type of drone with the name Goliath. So, yeah.